Hello, I'm Alisha, aka Rhapsodit, and welcome to my channel. Today I have a haul video for you, and it's primarily from Sephora with a couple little odds and ends from other things tossed in, and this is stuff that I bought during the month of June. I did splurge a bit during the month of June, but I told myself they were things I needed, so let me show you what I got, and I hope you enjoy seeing my haul. So first, if you have seen my video where I tested out primers, you know that I really liked the Ipken New York primer, but I had run out of it. Well, I finally came full circle and decided to hell with it. I went back to Birchbox and I bought a full size of Ipken New York's Flash Cream Radiant Primer. This stuff just smells so good, and it's a lotion-based primer. And as the name suggests, it is mildly illuminating. Now that typically means it could give you zits, but I don't use it on my chin, which is my oiliest spot, and I haven't had any problems with it. And it blends out really nicely, and again, smells wonderful. And this is just, I tried a whole bunch. It's my favorite primer, and so I went ahead and spent I think $28 and got myself the full size, which should last me a long time. Now, from Sephora, I picked up quite a few goodies during the past month. I've been on a little bit of a brushes kick. If you saw my last haul video, you know that I had gotten the number 66 foundation brush from Sephora and was in love with it. And so I decided to go ahead and get the number 67. The number 66 is almost like a beauty blender on a stick. It's like a hybrid brush that you bounce to apply your foundation on your face. The number 67 is like the small version of that. So this is for foundation, and you do the same thing. You just bounce it in order to apply your foundation. This obviously has less utility than the number 66, although it's still useful. I like it, but it's not as earth-shattering a change to my life as the number 66 brush, as if any brush could be earth-shattering to one's life, but you know what I mean. I also picked up 2 of these little eyeliner brushes from Sephora. They were on clearance for $4.80 a piece, and they are just awesome for gel eyeliner. Just, you know, very precise. And continuing on with my brushes, you know, Anastasia Beverly Hills is a great brand, particularly for brow products. But I always kind of thought that Anastasia has its own brush line was kind of silly. You know, it was kind of a scam to sell these brow-specific brushes. You know, you could get them anywhere and probably cheaper. But then I caved. I started using them at work and discovered that they were this particular brow brush is super convenient. So I went ahead and bought one. This is the Anastasia number 12 brow brush. It's an angled brush on one side with, of course, the spoolie on the other, and it just makes life so much more simple when you're doing your brows. And I have actually been using this with Benefit's new Ka-Brow. Ka-Brow is a pomade similar to Anastasia's Dip Brow. This is in shade 5, which is the second darkest shade and has a red undertone. And this actually comes with its own little brush, but obviously this is, you know, leaves something to be desired. And Cabral, like I said, it's very similar to Anastasia's Dip Brow, but it's not as sticky, and it takes a little longer to set, so you have a little more time to work with the product. And I wound up I didn't seek this out, I just kind of wound up with it, but I like it a lot more than I thought I would. So I've been using that with this brush and enjoying that process. And since a lot of people have been asking for my brow routine, not that it's anything that special, I'll probably be doing that video sometime soon. The final brush that I picked up in my haul this past month was this one, which is Kat Von D's Shade and Light eyeshadow brush. And I am completely obsessed with this one. Eyeshadow is my life, or something akin to it. And this brush, this allows you to lay down the product. It's very precise, and then the other end is for blending it out. And with this brush, I can do my eyes completely with one brush. And it comes with its own cute little coffin case, because obviously since it's dual-sided, you'd rather not, stick it in a cup. I like it so much that I think I'm going to go ahead and buy the Shade and Light contour brush next. So yes, I go through phases. My current phase, I think, is brushes. I've been better about highlighters. I only bought one highlighter, at least mainstream, in the past month. That one was the Sephora brand. These are $14 each. There are only 2 shades in the Sephora line. This one is Stardust. It's a white with a gold hue. The other one, I forget the name of it, but it's more pink. But this one is so super gorgeous that I just had to. Hopefully the light will catch that. It's just a beautiful gold highlight. I'll be doing a video soon about my adventures in testing concealers, but 2 of the concealers that I recently purchased. I purchased the travel size of NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer. This is in Vanilla. Obviously I'm looking for under eye concealers here. And I find well, this is pretty good for under eye, but when it dries it looks a little dusty. And my other issue is that sure, this is the travel size, but the travel size is $12. Of course the full size is like $29 or something ludicrous like that. But for $12 I feel like all that's really in here is the wand and like a dab of product. You really get like nothing. So there's that, and I also picked up Urban Decay's 24/7 Concealer Pencil. This is in the lightest shade, which is CIA. And this looks like this. You can see that it's quite light. And I do actually prefer this. You know, this can be used for, you know, all over, blemishes, under eye, whatever. But for under eye, I did actually prefer this one to the NARS. That's just a personal preference. I prefer a stick. And this blends out, you know, quite nicely. But the only thing about this one is that it is quite dry. So I find that it leaves the corners of my eyes feeling a little itchy when I apply it. So I have been using this, I'm not today, but in general I've been using this as a brow bone highlight. So those were my adventures in new concealers I purchased. Well, that, and I purchased this one too, but this was for blemishes. This is Kat Von D's Lock-It Concealer. This is in the lightest shade 16. And of course this is made to, you know, cover tattoos. It's industrial strength concealer. And it conceals. It does what it's supposed to. So you can see most of my purchases this past month were kind of utilitarian as opposed to flashy purchases. I also picked up Urban Decay's eyeshadow primer potion in the shade Eden. Of course, I in a previous video tested a whole bunch of different eyeshadow primers and decided that the formula I liked best was Urban Decay's Eden. So I went ahead and bought it. It is this one here. It is a little bit brightening to the eyelid and kind to older eyelids, you know. So it minimizes creping and so forth. I also got a Makeup Forever eyeliner. This is a kind of pastel blue. It's in the shade M26 because for some reason all of Makeup Forever stuff always has numbers instead of names. So its arbitrary number is M26, and it looks like that. Now these are supposed to be waterproof. You can see I'm not particularly surprised that it broke. This was something I just happened to receive. And I know the girls at work wear these and they tend to run during the day, so not terribly impressed with this formula. Like the color though. I did buy one indie highlighter in the past month. That was new highlighter from Divina Cosmetics. They're now offering their highlighters in smaller sizes. This is Iridescent. Which has a like blue and violet shift. It's quite pretty. And it is, I don't know if you can tell, but it is what I'm wearing on my cheekbones today. And finally, we get to brow products. I'm realizing this video is going on way too long, which means I spent entirely too much money in the past month. I did pick up a couple of lip products during the past month. The first one was Kat Von D's Vampira. I have been dying to get this shade forever. I have Kat Von D's Lolita too, and I love the formula, but it wasn't really my ideal color. This is, you know, just obviously vampy deep red, and it has like this gold sheen to it. It's really gorgeous. The color does not disappoint. Unfortunately, this one, unlike the Lolita 2 that I have, excuse the noise, it's thundering. Think of it as ambiance. The Lolita 2 that I have is, it doesn't move, it stays put. This moves, it streaks, it never completely dries down. I don't know what the deal is with this formula, but it's disappointing. However, I love the color so much. I am keeping it. What I've been doing is trying to pat, to put other things on top of it to try and stabilize it a little bit. I don't know if it's just the shade that has issues with the Kat Von D formula, but it makes me kind of sad. I also, as you're probably well aware, Urban Decay in the past month released their new Vice line of lipsticks, 100 new lipsticks, and I bought just one, and the one I bought was Pandemonium, which is a fantastic purple. It is a mega matte. There are 6 different finishes to their lipstick line, and this is the mega matte formula, so super matte. And it's like a deep purple with like a glowy purple undertone. I just love this color. And finally, the last item that I purchased was just a little drugstore pickup that I made, and this is from Maybelline. I couldn't resist. Maybelline has a new line out, well, some new lipsticks out, and they're interesting colors, which I deeply approve of, and I had to get Sapphire Siren. I had seen some swatches online. It is a blue. I was super excited, so I picked it up. Unfortunately, in person, it is much more purple than blue. Not that I don't love purple. I do. I just have, oh, I don't know, more than 100 of them. But it is a very pretty color. And for like $6.50 or whatever, I'm not really complaining. Alright, so that was my haul for the month of June. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of the goodies I purchased. I'm already on a bit of a tear for July, so hopefully I'll reel myself in somewhat, but stay tuned for that in August. And until next time, I thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.